Hi, welcome back or welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to review the iPhone 12. Yes, this is the iPhone 12. This is the iPhone 12 that I actually got about a year and a half ago, I want to say. I know it's quite a bit old since the 14 is out, but it still runs very well. So let's call it a 2 year later review, I guess. It's been almost 2 years. So, yeah. Okay. Now, first of all, as you can see by only the two camera things right here, the two cameras, this is a normal iPhone 12. And I have a case that supports MagSafe charging, no problem. So it's an official from Apple case, as you can see from the Apple logo here. So I never have any problem with the MagSafe charging. Speaking of MagSafe charging, let's talk about that first, okay? Let me find the puck right here. This is MagSafe charging. Basically, for those of you guys that don't know, it literally just goes to the, I always try doing this without looking. It automatically, goes via magnet to your phone, and it's not coming off unless you pull it off. Now, if you put it on slightly wrong, it will actually realign itself, which is good for charging. Now, there was actually a big controversy about MagSafe charging when the iPhone 12 first came. Because if you don't know, the iPhone 12 is the first phone to support MagSafe charging. The big controversy, however, was that technically it's not wireless charging because you need a wire, but that could be made with all wireless chargers. You guys plug them into a wall socket technically. But anyway, people have grown used to MagSafe charging, and MagSafe charging has actually saved me quite a bit even today because my little port here, the lightning port on the iPhone 12 has officially gone out, or rather it has a short in it. You know what I'm talking about, where you'll have to wiggle the cord until and put in some weird position until magically it decides it wants to start charging. And then while you're sleeping or while you're taking a shower or something, you don't know that that cord actually went out of place, and then it's not charging at all, so you have an almost zero battery life. So yeah, luckily, since it supports MagSafe, I literally just went out and got one of the charging pucks, which one of the charging pucks is actually like $40. So it's not the cheapest in the world. And I actually did not have a brick that supported USB Type-C because that's what the, MagSafe charging supports, USB Type-C. But luckily for me, I actually had gotten an iPad Pro not too long before I got this MagSafe charger, and the iPad Pro came with a USB Type-C brick. So now they technically share the same brick, which is a bit inconvenient, but I plan on buying another brick. So, yeah. Now, as far as battery life, it is not bad battery life. It gets me through 2 days, usually a day and a half, 2 days, depending on what I do. Now, there was this one day that I actually was watching YouTube for most of the day. The day got away from me. I went down some rabbit hole. So, yeah, I ended up watching a lot of YouTube on my phone for some reason for that day. And then the phone still lasted a day for me. Keep in mind that it's just light use, like listen to music, watch some YouTube, and check emails. That's really all I do on my phone most of the time. Every now and then I might text something or whatnot, but for the most part, the occasional reply to my YouTube videos if I get any comments and stuff. But yeah, I don't really do any heavy, super intensive stuff. Storage now. This is the 128 gigabyte model for storage, which is more than enough for me, honestly. But then again, I've only shot one 4K video with this phone ever since I've had it. Here's, you know, widgets. I actually do use widgets. The widget that I like the most is not what you'd think it is. The widget I like the most is actually the battery widget, because the battery widget actually lets me keep track of my, battery life for my devices, like when I have my AirPods linked to it. Um, these actually are good linked to it because then I can see the battery life for each AirPod. Because in case you don't know, each AirPod actually has like a little battery in it or whatever. So technically it's possible to use just one AirPod if you really want, or if one dies, one is still connected, or stuff like that. And then I have the Apple Watch, so that also charges via I can see it via the battery. The only thing I can't see the battery life of is the iPad Pro, and that's because for some reason, I don't know. I wish I could. If I had, but I think that's more to do with the widget capability than the phone's capability. So let's get back to the phone. Game-wise, I haven't really had any trouble running any game, honestly. It's all worked out pretty well. I think I did run, if I remember correctly, I did run Genshin Impact one time on my iPhone. This was like a few days before I got the iPad Pro. And I think it ran a little slow on this iPhone 12. So I guess maybe if you're looking to play Genshin Impact for a long period of time, maybe that might be a drawback with the iPhone 12. And really, that's about it. That's all I have for you guys. Phone calls, I haven't really noticed much of anything. Now, I will say the speakers, while they're not bad, I have noticed that my iPad Pro speakers and even my iMac M1 speakers actually do sound a bit better than these speakers. Not to say these speakers sound bad, because they don't by any means. It's just, something small I've noticed and everything. But overall, I still, go back and forth between the home pages pretty quickly and all that jazz. So I I really, I mean, if I do end up upgrading, it will probably just be because of the fact that I want a shiny new phone, honestly. So, yeah, and I can make a review for the channel for you guys, let you guys know if the new iPhone is something worth buying. But yeah, iPhone 12, if you're thinking about getting it, definitely I recommend it. If you're thinking about getting it brand new from somewhere and you can afford to get new from somewhere, I would recommend that. But if you're getting it refurbished, definitely pay attention, okay? Like, check out reviews, whatnot, because, with refurbished electronics, it's usually a hit or miss. So I just want to make sure you're careful about that. And yeah, that is my opinion on the iPhone 12. And before you ask, no, the iPhone 12 does not have the dynamic island. So that's unique to the 14 and presumably going forward. So if you're looking for the dynamic island, get the 14 or higher depending on when you're watching this video. And yeah, that's my opinion. Hopefully, you guys found it helpful in some way, shape, or form. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.